There we go. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Collide, where we collide all the impossible, all the factors, everything that has to do with Marvel and DC. Marvel and DC is my fandom, is my niche, is my hobby, is my one ace cool that I watch faithfully. And my friends here that are the panelists, and there will be more to come, YouTube and Facebook, that we hear that we collide. We go through the emotions. We go through the collisions. We go through the most unforgettable thoughts that come from this show. We have one of my producers here, Bella Sky. Bella Sky, you in the building?
Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, yes, I can.
Good. Very, very good. It's nice to meet you guys. Let's see how this show goes.
OG, OG, you in the building?
Yeah, I'm here.
Nas, you in the building?
You already know.
And you got my man Sky. Sky, you in the building?
This guy's a silent ninja tonight.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Let me try to do my best Skype impression. Yo.
That's
Oh,
Welcome,
he here. He's
welcome,
here.
welcome,
I'm
everybody.
here. I'm here.
Yeah, we're calling for you earlier. We didn't hear you. What's going on?
Yeah, no, my fault. I was playing pool and shit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but
Cool.
I could do two at once.
You already know that's how we do it. Hey, yeah, I wanted to, guys, look at this. That I wanted to talk about your amazing, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man that comes out this Wednesday. I wanted to, talk about it before we watch about it. You feel me? Before we take on your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man and what indication that we could see or any something notes that from Sony's verse or the comic book or um anything that has to do with Spider-Man because you never know by them creating this uh your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, it's gonna give it a whole new look, a whole new integer of how they're gonna write this version. I also have a little snippet here. It's about a minute and 44 seconds that, Marvel Entertainment has given us. 5.7K of people liked it. So it's, okay, I guess, versus 122K views in the last 3 days. People are
It's the
getting,
illustration.
repeat that.
It's the illustration. It look like Archer. You ever
Mm.
seen Archer? It look just like that. It's the illustration like that. It should
Oh, the
look dope
same
though. I
comparisons
like
I
the
gave
suit.
for the for
This
the
suit is
for the
good.
Justice League for the Tomorrowverse. It's the same animation style that they were trying to use for the Tomorrowverse. They're using it back here.
Mm.
Is that what you're saying? Because remember I was saying that the Tomorrowverse this the animation style looks like Archer, like a great deal, like
Yeah,
Archer.
it look a little
So
bit
if
more like more of a comedy. Like it looks more like like more of a comedy than anything. But I don't like his suit. This suit is like it's like uh Spider-Man Unlimited, or I forgot which Spider-Man suit it is, but it's like a little bit of mixture, and then he got like wires on his shit, and I'm like, what the fuck? I seen the
but
trailer,
hey, if
crazy.
you If you like the Spider-Man starter suits from the first Spider-Man from the Tobey Maguire movie, from the Andrew Garfield movie, and the Tom Holland movie, you can get behind this one.
Uh, they okay. I mean, I'm more of the original Spider-Man. You know what I mean? First Spider-Man movie, second one and third one. Like, I'm more like a Tobey Maguire type of fan. But I mean, I like
No,
the
but
suit
I'm
though.
talking about the starter suit, the suit they started
Well,
out with. The first time they decided they were going to do some heroics, super heroics, that suit that they had. If you can get behind those starter suits, not before we get to the official suit that they have throughout the film,
Yeah,
the suit they had in the beginning. If you can get behind that one, that version that Tobey Maguire had inside that wrestling ring, that
in fact.
that what's the other one that Tobey Maguire, not Tom, Andrew Garfield had when he was not robbing, when he was like, oh my, not a little knife, my one weakness. Oh, if you can get behind that suit, and if you can get behind the suit that Spider Man had in was it No Way Home or Far From Home, that one
you're right.
that he started out with. If you can get behind those, then this one should be a walk in the park for you. This shouldn't be any really. There shouldn't be any reason to like have any negative reaction or whatever. Just off the optics of those former suits.
Facts. On a serious note,
Yeah.
there's about 2 minutes of it. We were gonna watch it together. This is my first time watching it with y'all. You know what I mean? I like watching things with y'all while I'm on YouTube searching these
Aww.
things out and shit. You feel me? Because it's important. It's important to the audience and it's important to my panelists that I, I I look at these rumors, but at the same token, I do my research, and I want to be able to see what I'm thinking could be factual, could be an actual thing. Cause like you guys are smarter than me of far as far as the comic books and shit like that. So I'm about to go through it and see
That's something,
how
man.
I'm feeling about this. You know what I mean? And I hope that you guys watch along. It's just 2 minutes real quick.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Everyone knows Spider-Man.
That's me. By the way, I'm Spider-Man.
Your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. It's the first Spider-Man show from Marvel Studios, and we're so invested towards making this the standout Spider-Man show.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my!
The training wheels are off, so to speak.
One era that this series is going to explore is the 60s aesthetic that Steve Ditko put on the page so well.
It's a comic book come to life.
The animation is so cool to me. I really love the style of it.
Thanks.
It's so of the now, but also vintage.
It's bringing a lot of things to the table that those other Spider-Man shows may not have been able to do.
Oh, this is going to be awesome.
It's still Spider-Man that you know and love.
This is the first day of the rest of your life.
You have Daredevil, Doctor Strange, Scorpion, Doc Ock. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Wow. We're going to have different takes on classic characters.
You got a name, hero?
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm Peter Parker. How about you?
Nice to meet you, Pete. I'm Nico Minoru.
Hey, Pearl.
Hey, Lonnie.
Feel free to take a few notes on your way out, Pete.
And I'm here because Come on, Spidey. It's really fun and exciting. What the? And action-packed.
We're doing something a little different.
Expect the unexpected.
With my help, we'll achieve greatness.
That's a little sound from Marvel Entertainment. You know, there's some people also that I watch carefully that has their reviews and stuff like that about them, and I'm sure Nas, you be checking up on things like that too. So I'm gonna send y'all another clip that I also was thinking about. I'm gonna post it like right now. He's like 9 minutes. He gave his first review. He's a small little YouTuber. He has about like 70K, but his views is like 37 for just that one thing, and it was like yesterday. He posted his jug yesterday for sure. Know what I mean? So I'll be watching people, bro. I'll be listening to
Let's just
a
jump
couple of
into it.
different
Let's
people.
just get into all the shenanigans here that we got going on. So, all right. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. My guys, I have not been really looking forward to this show. I think I've been pretty honest on my thoughts with everything involved with this show. Here, there we go. Let me bring up the reviews. And that's because your boy obviously has no taste. No, but because I'm a Spider-Man fan. And it is written within the text. Spider-Man fan, okay, learn the phrase. Great, with great power comes great responsibility. Aunt May gets hotter every reboot, and Uncle Ben must be shot. Would you like to hold the gun? Oh, okay. Come here, Uncle Ben. We just created another Spider-Man in the multiverse. But honestly, it was just...
He's funny,
This
though.
project started out in such a cool area, right? It was supposed to be the origin story for Tom Holland's Spider-Man in the MCU, where it was going to showcase to us what it was like his first couple of years as Spider-Man, how he was navigating through that. And I was like, okay, sure. I want to see Uncle Ben get shot. I want to see him learn that responsibility and everything. And then they were like, actually... not in the MCU, gonna do our own thing. Let's also rename this from Spider-Man Freshman Year to Spider-Man, your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. And I've also been honest, I do not like the animation. I think it looks like the cutscenes of the Ultimate Spider-Man on the GameCube, if you guys remember that. Let me just bring up all that. There was really very little I was getting excited about with this show, and like I said, it's just part of the Spider-Man being a hater. He even hated the idea of the origin story, because this spider comes from another universe. It like comes through a portal, and it like gets onto Peter, and then Doctor Strange is somehow involved, and I'm like, what are we doing, man? This is just... Take this back. Bring me back season 3 of like Spectacular Spider-Man, or revive Spider-Man 97. Was it 97? 98? And I was just being a hater. Well, looks like I was never a hater. I was actually always rooting for this show, and I always thought it was going to be amazing. And we're gonna pretend that's the history of my thoughts with this show. The first reviews are coming out really positive for this thing. So going through a couple of them, we have here from Zach Pope. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man swing past all my press release doubts, delivering one of the most compelling takes on the character yet. It feels like what-if spin-off of MCU Spider-Man we adore, but also like the truest version, Kevin Feige's original vision for the webhead. Oh, that's like some strong words. And again, we're going to continue on with some of these other reactions. I'm trying to get onto some better ones. Friendly neighbor. Oh, geez, I should have had these lined up. Where are all the reactions, my friend? Going on to another one. Finished all 10 episodes of your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, and after a slow start, it fully won me over. Stylish, Ditko-inspired remix of Spider-Man's past and present. By the end, I was genuinely impressed and eager for more. Works as a brilliant response to the criticism of MCU Spider-Man embracing his characters and world. Wisely taking notes from the PS5 games, it's what this character deserves from the get-go. Marvel animation stays winning. Dude, what reality did I step into? I was fully believing this show was going to be papooey, and I'll get on to why in a sec. One more review here saying, your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is a fresh, frantic, and absolutely fantastic... Say that again. Remix of everything we love about Spidey. Every stylish frame bursts with color, creativity, and cool, compelling characters.
Remix.
I've seen all 10 episodes, and it's another massive win for Marvel Animation.
Somebody's seen 10 episodes and liked the animation.
I was not expecting this. I thought Marvel was actually really ashamed of this show, and I thought they were doing everything in their power to hide it, because I want to remind you, this show was announced 4 years ago. And it took them up until 30 days of the show getting released to finally release a trailer. They're also doing this weird schedule where instead of like an episode a week or dropping it all at once, they're cutting it up in like 3 episodes here, 4 episodes here, 2 episodes here. I'm like, this is so odd. What is going on? I was like, yeah, they did not do good with this. They obviously are ashamed of it, and who wouldn't be with the way it looks? People are saying this Spider-Man is what MCU Spider-Man should have been. And I'm like, we still have our doubters. We still, look at this. Look at the comments right now. Nah, they're glazing it. Are they? I don't know. A lot of the people that I've seen these reviews, they were like, they were honest about, I wasn't excited for this. I thought it looked dumb or never, but it ended up surprising me. Let's look up a couple another ones. So, I watched Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and loved it. The animation feels like classic Lee Ditko comics, and Hudson Thames is perfect as Spidey. I love the heartfelt, down-to-earth moments. He's really protecting the neighborhood. And I'll tell you also,
yeah, that's what I was doing.
because they dropped a little sneak peek just yesterday. I believe it's this one right here. And this is like probably the first piece of promotional material with this show that actually got me excited because of a couple of frames. And this was also before I started seeing all the little like early reactions and reviews, but the shots in the show, yeah, just like that alone as a Spider-Man fan hypes me up. Seeing Peter tinker on his own with his little web shooters, with his gadgets, it's just stuff I felt was so lacking in the MCU Tom Holland version. Like if you get me started talking about the things I'm so disappointed with on MCU Tom Holland's movies, you will see me go from someone that likes and enjoys Tom Holland to like the Green Goblin took over and is like, MJ and I, we're gonna have a hell of a time. Because I just, once I start nitpicking the things MCU Spider-Man has done, I really then start realizing I don't like it, and I've just tricked myself into liking it because I just don't want to be a hater. But sometimes it feels that way. And there's just shots like, again, saving the neighborhood, just being a teenager, roaming the streets, walking around, stuff like that. Also, there's like some shots of his classic superheroes, like Scorpion. Dude, we're about to actually get Scorpion in this animated show when Scorpion was teased in Homecoming. What, 7, 8 years ago? Even this shot of Dr. Octopus, I'm like, and you got Charlie Cox voicing Daredevil, and they're gonna have an interaction. I'm like, all right, let's see how it goes. I'm trying to find that one shot that was all over the internet where I was like, okay, that kind of won me over. Then let's see if it pops up right there. Dang, that's pretty fire. All the bad animation aside and everything, that right there.
Oh, they like.
Okay, I'm watching it. So I've actually always been looking forward to this, guys. I knew it was going to be great because everything Spider-Man is great. And y'all who were hating and doubting the show, shame on you. Sasuke? Uncle Ben treatment right here. Another Spider-Man was just created. So
Uncle
I don't know. It's honestly been so...
He got that.
Interesting, and this
Uncle
is the
Ben
best
treatment.
outcome. I really did not want to come on here, watch a show on Spider-Man and then rant about how much I dislike it. The fact that this thing is actually being enjoyed and people thinks it's really good, well, now I'm just pumped to see how it goes and what comes out of it. And they're saying
people like it. There's people that
again,
watched
this
it
is probably
already.
what Kevin Feige actually wanted to do with Spider-Man in the MCU. And in fact, let's look at the release schedule. I believe here it goes. So you could kind of see, and there's even references. Like the first episode is called Amazing
I just don't like that. It's just the simple fact that it's
the
first year
even the final episode, If This Be My Destiny. Yeah, that's one of the iconic covers of Spider-Man holding up things, and I think they recreated it in Homecoming. But yeah, this
illustration is cool. 2 episodes, gonna be a good show.
February 5th.
I just don't like that's the first year of Spider-Man.
On the 12th, and then 2 episodes on the 19th.
Spider-Man, and then Spectacular Spider-Man.
Now with all
I mean, but it's neighborhood Spider-Man, so it's understandable because they just started. So I guess it's okay to have the first year, but I don't know. I done been through all the first years of Spider-Man. It's like, damn, you doing this again?
Yeah, I truly get that. You know what I'm saying? We had so many.
It's just fire.
But yeah, you know what I mean. On that note, like it just, it happens to be that way, you know what I mean, where Spider-Man iterations come out differently and try to make the Spider-Man this one make it more common, like centric to what people always say, like if Daredevil in Hell Kitchen, right, and Spider-Man is up in Queens, where do they interact, or where do they meet up or talked about? So
Actually,
within,
Spider-Man is generally in
Venom
Manhattan for
like
some
garbage,
reason.
bro. I don't like Venom in that shit. That shit look garbage. He
well,
got
He's
that,
fur and
for
shit.
some
Like, he
reason
got
he's
his
generally
feathers
in
and
Manhattan.
shit.
He's from Queens, but he's generally in Manhattan.
yeah, but you know what I'm saying. So that's
That's
why,
a poor iteration of Venom, bro. I don't like how Venom looks. It looks kind of like, I don't know. He look a little spicy, bro.
It's the what, 60s or 70s version of Spider-Man. So what do you expect?
No, but I'm talking about Venom. Venom looks like he has like some type of like maybe like feathers or something. Like that shit is that shit look terrible, bro. I'm
Wait,
sorry. Like,
that's what draw your attention?
yeah, because I'm a Venom fan. So when I seen the first view of Venom, I'm like, why does he have look like he has feathers? Like it looked like he had on like a feather scarf or something. Like that shit looking weird.
Not the black Norman Osborn that didn't draw your attention, but Saucy Santana.
No, I'm talking about the
Saucy
one when he said
Santana
the
Venom
baby shit.
drew your attention.
That shit it didn't look good to me. It didn't. It looked kind of like spicy. Like he looked like he was a little bit more flamboyant or something. Like I don't know, bro. It looked
Oh, he
weird.
looked like Drake with Sexy Red. Oh, okay. I see what you're
Like he
saying.
had on like it looked like he had like feathers or some shit. You know how like people wear the feather scarf. It looked like he had on a feather scarf or some shit. Like I didn't like how
Exactly.
it looked, bro.
My
His
boy
iteration
Ochi
of
looking
Venom
like
looks like
Bon
corny.
Clay
It's
and
corny, bro.
Doflamingo.
Yeah, it's corny, bro. It looked corny, bro. I didn't like that iteration of Venom.
so you
Clearly,
don't,
like no.
so you're telling me you can't, as a creator, as a as a reviewer to Marvel, you're not gonna put that aside and look at
No, because Venom
the creative.
is a major part of Spider
But
Man.
listen,
Like
but hear
why
me
you gonna
out
look
though.
like that?
Hear me out though.
But,
I'm saying as a reviewist and to as a reviewist, as a Marvel fan, and as an artist,
Hmm.
you're not gonna vote it based on those merits. Like
no, of course not.
I
Of
get
course not. But
maybe
it's a little, it's
the
a little mid off.
story, uh
You feel me?
the story. I mean, well, you hate the art of the way they art it, right? That's what you're saying. Is that what you're saying? The artistry of it,
I
that they
mean, what I'm
kind of
saying is the
brung it.
artistry is good, but it's just like I just didn't feel they Venom. Like they Venom was kind of corny. I don't like the Spider-Man suit. The Spider-Man suit looked kind of like cheesy with the jersey on. But the iteration, the comic book style, I applaud it. But it's just, it's just little, little petty things. You feel me? Like,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I thought the
Sky,
first debut of Venom was gonna be like, you know what I mean? And when I seen Venom, I'm like, why he look like that? You feel me? I was
Sky,
like, ew.
Sky.
yeah.
How dare you have an opinion about how they massacred your boy? How dare you?
What
How
you
dare you
mean?
not like how they massacred your boy?
Nah, Spider-Man, bro. I'm always
You're
gonna be
supposed to
behind
like how they
Spider-Man, but
massacre your boy. You're supposed to like it. You're
I
supposed to
give it the
put your
iteration,
feelings
but like the
aside.
whole first
I'm
year
talking
thing,
about the
his
artistry.
suit, the wires all sticking out of his arms and shit, like,
But that's art.
and then Venom,
But that's
and then
art
Venom
Exactly.
don't look
though.
scary. He
That's
look like
art.
he look
Exactly, Sky. That's art.
like he's gonna do something to you type shit.
Who
Like
cares
the
about your
art is
opinion,
good, the
Sky?
art is
That's
perfect.
art.
Like I
That's
don't have no
art,
problem with the art.
nigga.
But
That's
the Venom look weird. Like he looks spicy. Like he
that's
look like
art.
he's gonna do something to you that's not like villainous. Like I don't know. Like he just look
Sky,
weird.
That's the art,
Sky.
Sky.
How
The art
dare
is good.
you?
The art is good. I like the
How
art.
dare
Like I
you,
said, it reminds me of
Sky?
Archer. You feel me?
Sky.
So I like the art.
Sky. How dare you not like a Venom who might suck a little something on the side? How dare
But
you?
I love Venom, bro. But when I seen it, I'm like, little cringe. Like I love
Exactly.
Venom. Venom, one of my
You,
favorite characters. So when I seen
Sky,
it, I'm like,
you're,
why he look like that?
you're supposed to love it and beg for more and just
He
call it
didn't look
art.
scary at all. He looked like he's about to just touch you or something. Like it really looked weird, bro. It made me uncomfortable looking at him like that. Like, I'm like, why do you know he got feathers? Like, what the fuck?
Sky, you're supposed to say, "Do it again." Yes.
On a
Oh,
on
yeah,
a
he was doing some drag shit for a little bit, like for a
on a
second. I'm like,
serious note,
why you let him look like this, bro? This is some suspect shit.
on a serious note, how you feel? How you feeling? Watching the two clips that I provided to y'all about your friendly neighborhood Spider Man. What are
Okay,
your thoughts?
I
Overall, it
can't
was a good show.
I okay, I can't tell. It looks good visually, but I can't tell who the audience this is for. This
Mm.
more for little kids or this more for general audience?
Okay.
I have an idea.
Oh, I like that. Hold up, Nas. He's cooking. He's cooking.
Hmm.
Let him cook. Cooking.
Yeah, yeah,
OG's cooking. Go ahead,
yeah.
OG.
Cause I can't tell who the audience.
That's the
Cause,
thing. Hmm. My bad. My bad. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're on a serious note. What do you think?
cause it like the art style looks appealing for kids, but I kept watching. It looked like the story is more mature for adults. I don't know if anyone else catch that or not.
Oh, so you're saying that the writing is mature enough, but the art you can't tell if it's for kids or general public. The art, because the art is the confusing part. That's what you're saying, OG.
Yes.
Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense to the argument.
I have an idea as to how that would fit. So, OG, you ever heard of misfits or the idea of things being misfits, where
Yeah.
it doesn't really have a click of its own. It can be adopted by anyone, right? So the artistic style that they were going for is would be that of the young kids from that time when this animation style was when this was
It's
actually
goofy,
a
bro.
comic book,
It's
and
for
they would be
kids,
able to
bro.
can read this when they get off school and so on. So this would be like a nostalgia impact for them, real man, while at the same time being something that those people who have that nostalgia who are being nostalgia baited, they'll be able to can be like, hey kids, come on in here, watch this with me. And they already know the Tom Holland Spider-Man. They already seen across the Spider-Verse. So
Hmm.
that audience, because they would have been some relative where they know about the Grams who used to be watching Spider-Man as a child when they get off school and whatnot, who were related to these stories, so they were able to pull together. So it's not this animation. What I'm saying is this animation style doesn't necessarily look like it belongs to one specific demographic. It looks like something that can benefit a wide demographic of people. It's not age specific, or it's not era specific. Because sure, the animation style is that is old school, but with new school what do I call it, stories or impact frames
Okay,
or and so on, so on and so forth. So the new school can appreciate how action packed it is and how fast paced it is and whatnot, while at the same time the old school can appreciate the animation style, and that will lure them into this new age, but masked as nostalgia bait type of story. If that makes any sense, that's my theory on that.
that makes sense. That makes sense. God.
So it doesn't belong to anybody. So it can it can belong to anybody at the same time, because it doesn't belong to anyone specific. Anyone can claim it.
So let me ask each and every one of y'all a question, right? So since OG got us cooking on that theory, um, so for you to see what demographic this would go, would it make it more sense of the writing, or does the writing has to match with the art? That's the question I have for you. Whoever opens their mic first can go first.
They all gonna open their mic.
I think it's a bit of both.
Mm.
I can't say one is more important than the other.
You know what? Yes, I'll agree with that. Because when you said that, when you asked the question, Jesse, what came
Mm.
to mind was Sharknado.
Okay.
The reason why I say this is because you know how crazy Sharknado was, right?
Yes.
But at the same time, the effort that and the love that they put into the shots themselves was weak. It was lacking. It was missing. And you wanted me to take this thing seriously. How can I if what I'm seeing isn't portraying what you're trying to get me to believe that you're portraying? So I do get OG's point where it's a bit of both. Whatever animation style you use, it must be done well enough that you would invite me to take whatever you're trying to show me seriously. And if you can't do that, go kick rocks.
Mm.
Whereas sometimes no matter what animation style that you choose, it doesn't necessarily impede the story in and of itself.
Okay. Okay.
So I get it.
Bella Scott, you want to say something?
Excuse me, guys. Sorry, guys. I lost my headphone for a minute. But on a serious note, like we say here, I would have to say that my thing with this, our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, I feel like it interacts with, to me, it interacts with the 1997, the 97 X-Men episodes that they came up with, like the graphics. But then I feel like it lacks the complete interaction because of how the scenery in the back of the graphics of this show is just like if you were looking at it on an actual completely total comic strip. It doesn't move at all. There's no motion of it. So it cuts the interaction between the younger generation to me. If you're anything between the age of 10 and below, it cuts it off. That there's no, the interest falls off. Whereas if you were doing the Spider-Man in the multiverse, where the scenery plus the action plus the music is up to their point, they like it, they enjoy it. But any demographic below the age of like probably 13 and under that, they stop. But they will feel interest to go and try to watch it for the fact that they named it Our Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which means most likely they're trying to invite all demographics included, but it falls short. I think it's more, this is more of a people who've always interacted with this version of Spider-Man, but it's like it's not, I feel like it's just not gonna make the audience completely happy. It's always gonna be something. You're trying to include everyone in it, but you're giving the older generation more of a how do you call it? The graphic design that they want because it's what they've been following through the comic strip, and it's what they've been following through Spider-Man's life in their own generation. But you are trying to invite the younger generation to join that, and it's not up to their speed or their expectancies. So it cuts it off there. It is going to be interesting. I'm a little, I don't know, maybe because I actually happen to have a little child. I don't feel like my son would actually enjoy it. He will be happy to try to like Spider. He loves Spider-Man. Always has. but I don't think you'll be interested in this specific Spider-Man because kids of this generation, like his generation, are more into like modern music and the color and the vibrancy and the emotion in it. It has to flow
Yeah.
like techno,
He likes
you know,
he
and
likes
it doesn't
across the
flow.
Spider-Man.
It does not flow to me like that. You know, it's a bit slow in this. So like, and I'm very scared about how they're gonna verbalize their they're gonna verbalize throughout the actual show, because if it doesn't match the time of the design, it's going to be whether too advanced for this specific show. Maybe I'm talking too much, but I'm really concerned
No, no,
about
no. Keep
how
going.
this is really going to go well.
So
For this period of time.
so question is does the writing matter? Since everybody is
The
all
writing is going to matter because the design specifically on this specific Spider-Man is from a specific time.
so
But you're
because
trying to bring it into the modern time. So how do you do it?
so how you can fix that
That's the question.
if we in consent of that the art that we see to us demographics like 35 and above or whatever that knows about Spider-Man, and we see and some of the panelists are saying that the artistry is off. The artistry is off, and the way their conveyance of the artistry is all off. So now it's up to the writing now,
On a
right?
serious note,
It's up to the
Jesse, you
writing
sound
now.
demonic.
What happened?
On a serious note, you sound demonic. What's going on? I rebuke you.
Can you hear me?
You sound
Yeah, that's better now.
I
That's
said
better.
that the question I have for you guys, since we all in consent of that the artistry is out of whack, right? So the question is for that is that does the writing matter now? Because
I
because
got you.
the artistry is messing up. So that's already a point off out of 10 out of 10. So that's already a point off for just looking at it and looking at the trailer. Now, when we watch it, now does the writing gonna matter after that? That's the point that I'm making um, of the question that I have next is that
I got you right now.
does the writing matter after that?
To your point, I would have to say it matters even more now, because if your actual artistic side in terms of the graphic to this cartoon or to these episodes does not function to call the attention of of like the older generation, or to call the younger generation, now you're having a problem with the actual artistic side of it if the actual how you call it, like the
Artistry?
the language,
The language, okay.
the language inside of it doesn't flow properly, and it's not properly being said or expressed, it's going to affect this show even more. Because if people like me and Sky are already complaining about this art, it is not a good thing, because it kind of shuts down the fact that for us, we're looking at the art and we don't like it, so we're not listening to your language anymore. Because now the language to us doesn't match. We don't want to watch you. Well, at least to me, I don't want to watch you anymore.
That's crazy. That's crazy. How
On
y'all
a
feeling
serious
on
note,
that? How y'all feeling on that? What she just said? That shit was spicy right there. On that question right there. How y'all feel about that question?
to her credit, there are two things that we look at when it comes down to something that we enjoy. How does it look? And what does it actually do for us? You see a woman that you like, or you're considering, the first thing that you see about her is the optics. And then afterwards, when she speaks, how she behaves, that's in one category. That's what keeps you interested in her. So same thing with the film, with this show. The visuals is what catches your eye first. If that doesn't catch your eye, tough luck. But the writing, to your credit, Jesse, you are saying, does the writing matter? The writing keeps you after you've been captured by the visuals. If the visuals don't capture you, the story itself won't matter.
Damn, not even a little shot. You're not even watching the first two episodes to
if
see
the visuals.
that sucks.
I'm interested, but I'm just saying, generally speaking, if the visuals doesn't capture you, then it doesn't even matter. You're not even going to be paying attention to the story. If you're being honest about that.
Yeah.
That's just generally how that is.
Now,
some people can be like, oh, I'm willing to give him a chance or give her a chance or whatever. And hey, if you want to be willing to give the show a chance, by all means, go for it.
Yeah.
You get me? But generally speaking, if you're not hooked off optics, then it's gonna be very hard to sell a person on the story and the writing and how dialogue is exchanged and whatnot. It's gonna be very, very, very hard, which means now the writing has to do way more work than it needs to.
Yeah, for real.
Than the optics.
For real, because like
in other words,
you lost the audience
you can't slack
already.
on the writing. Exactly, you can't slack on the writing now. You have no trust in to produce the best writing possible.
Yeah, that is a fact. That is a fact. Because like we're five of us here, and there's three people that don't like the artistry. Okay, and OG don't even know where he fit at. Does he fit in the modern or does he fit in the kids? He doesn't know. And Sky, he's over here worrying about some green nigga not looking right.
His boy. They massacred his boy. They massacred his boy. What you mean? He's not allowed to have to feel? They massacred his boy.
It's a
they
good
massacred
opinion.
his boy.
It matters
Allow him to have a funeral service. They massacred his boy. Have some respect. What's wrong with you, Jesse? They massacred his boy. No one here is talking about how we got a nigger goblin, but in the 60s they got a nigger goblin in the 60s, but no one's talking about that.
No one is talking about that.
The clan is going to be after him so fast to lock him up. He's guilty, officer. Guilty.
That's crazy.
Because remember, guys, the aesthetic is set in the 60s or whenever, right?
Yes.
So I'm applying 60s law right now. Nigger.
Yeah.
They're going to be like, get him. I knew he was guilty. Besides, they're going to be like, yeah, see, boys, this is why you don't let black people get wealth. They're going to look at it and say, this is why you
wow. Yeah, they massacred it, yo. For real, that is crazy, though. That is crazy.
Sure, it's weird that a white guy in the 60s got waves, but now you don't correct that by making the rest of his body match his hair.
For real, that's what went down.
You gotta watch it again.
Yeah, I gotta watch it again.
Dude, you didn't know this? Where were you? Have you never seen the promotional videos?
Yeah, I seen it, but I didn't pay attention to the Venom.
That's nigga goblin. What you mean?
Oh, the dude with the braid, with the suit.
Yes, that's Norman Osborn.
That's crazy.
Wow.
I thought he was somebody else. I didn't know he was Norman Osborn.
You're damn right he's someone else.
The show's already messed up.
You're damn right that's somebody else. You're damn right.
Yeah, I thought that was somebody else, bro. That's crazy. That is so crazy, bro.
That's not Osborn, that's Osmorpheus.
Osmorpheus. That is crazy, bro. I'm about to definitely look at the characters, yo. This shit crazy.
They put out promotional photos and whatnot. They're showcasing what their character is gonna look like. And you ain't seen that?
No.
Come on, Jesse.
I saw the trailer, and I
Come
looked
on,
at.
Jesse, you run a podcast. You got to be on top of these things.
You know it.
You got to know when they're coming up with the nigga Osborne, with the nigga Goblin. You feel me? Yeah, you
Yeah.
got to know. He's gonna be like, surprise, motherfucker.
That is crazy though.
He's gonna be like, Spider-Man stepped on my Timbs.
Wait, back then it was Reebok.
Yeah, back then it was Reebok.
No. It was FUBUs.
FUBUs. Coleman Domingo. Coleman Domingo.
Yo, go on Twitter, go on Instagram, go on TikTok. You're gonna see all the racist comments about how Goblin is black now. You're gonna see all that.
For real?
And his
Yeah,
son.
man.
Didn't you see his son?
I'm about to check right now. It's gonna be a good take. It's gonna be a good take for
Yeah, I can't believe you weren't aware of this.
No, bro. I'll be
You're
trying
like,
to get ready for the
wow.
show.
Think about the writing. Think about, well, they wrote a black character as a white character.
That's crazy.
Yeah, how you like them apples for writing? How you like that? Yeah.
And then he got a son that's black too.
There you go.
Oh, they got somebody doing YouTube about the Green Goblin is a black guy now.
Yeah, man.
Mr. Campbell, I remembered I left something in the bathroom. Deuces. Parker out.
I already hate everything
Yeah,
about
man.
this.
If you want to see the real
Ain't nobody doing that in the 60s.
Check out our next
That's
victim
what
in his
I'm
dumbass
saying.
costume. Is my suit really that bad?
That's crazy.
And that's like there's his son. You saw
Maybe we were too harsh on you.
You want representation? If you want representation in the 60s, is the worst time to do that.
Sure,
if you want to set this in the 60s,
the
what are you doing? If you want aesthetic of the 60s, what are you doing?
Which
it's
is
the
not a
worst
very
time.
high bar.
That's
You're
horrible for
Spider-Man.
writing right there, if you're like me. So, yeah, you're talking about all how the writing right there already is not 100% on the writing.
Everybody getting mad at this dude, bro.
So how you like them?
I always
Jesse?
knew you
How
was
you like
technically
how you like
black.
that?
You see his son's hair?
Right?
Why
Right?
was this
So
necessary?
when Sky wants to be upset about how the mascot is boy, let him.
Wow.
Right? Let Sky be upset. He has a right to be upset. How dare you telling me?
Mr. Campbell, I remembered I left something in the
right
bathroom.
now. Don't focus on that. Think
Parker
about the
out.
writing. Think about the
I
art.
hate everything about this.
That's art, right? That's right, Jesse. You love art, right? How you like that?
When
Check out our
does
next
Pete
victim in his
Peter say,
dumbass costume.
I'm
Is my
out.
suit
like
really
art?
that bad?
You like art, Jesse? You like art, Jesse?
But the art is funny though. The art is funny though. You ain't
Yes,
gotta
art.
lie though. You tell me the
love
art
art.
ain't funny.
I feel like Picasso.
Yeah, he's like the person
Maybe
that
we were
did
too
this
harsh
is
on
like
you.
a fake Pablo
Maybe I do like
Picasso
your
or something.
animation. Sure, it can't be worse than
Pablo,
Bella, this
he's a
was made
fake,
with
he's
Jesse
a
in mind.
fake ass Pablo Picasso.
This is the art he craved. This is the art he craved. You're welcome, Jesse.
Yeah, for real. Look at this. Look at this homie right here. This black dude.
After Jesse watches, he's gonna say,
This
"Yo, 5
African
stars."
American dude.
Jesse's gonna say 5
Talk
stars.
shit about. Look at that face, bro. Look at that face that he said, bro.
You're gonna say Green Goblin at the
Last
cookout.
Spider-Man animated series that we had, which is not a very high bar.
You're
Green Goblin's gonna be at the
Spider-Man.
cookout, like, yo. Who put the raisins in the potato salad?
You see that face that they did, bro?
Look, you guys are going to get me in trouble.
I always knew you was technically black. Why was this necessary?
That's crazy, bro. Man, people talking rude about it though. This dude got 125K view for this dude.
Yeah, man. West Side Live, that's my boy.
Oh, you know him.
Yes, I do. Yo,
somewhat accurate. He did have them ways, though. He did have them ways.
He's talking that crazy, but It's cool though. It's cool that there's
But you know
other
what?
Marvel
You know what?
Marvel people
Just
that
for the
that is going ham on this. It's like talking about it in a funny way,
for
in
the
a
memes.
funny and
For the sake of the
enjoying
memes.
way that
I'll allow
you
it.
can pick
William
on.
Dupree. Boy, got them waves going on, bro. So there's like
That would
Norman
be.
There's
It's
still
just,
Waves.
supposed to be waves.
yeah,
What is it?
that's what he
Yes, Norman
said.
Osborn generally has waves
He
in
generally
the
has
comics,
ways though.
Correct
but
for
he
this.
had waves as a white guy, which
And
made
those
it
are
more
some
funny
pretty
and
strong
like more
waves.
like yo, he got drip. But now they made him fully black.
What? Yeah, like they made him fully black. It just don't make no sense. It don't make
So
no
in
sense.
so instead of giving a Norman Osborn that didn't have waves, they say, you know what? We love the wave so much, we're gonna make the rest of his body
Did you see his sign inside the show?
culturally appropriate. The-
Yeah, this is a game. Yeah, this is a
What's
game.
a game?
I was trying to see Norman Osborn's son, but I couldn't find him.
Mm.
But overall speaking, it is what it is. Cause
I
like
got the
this,
Killmonger haircut. You didn't see
it
that?
is what it is though. Cause like you guys are actually, have a reason why y'all dislike some, y'all discredit some. Cause like it's important to the audience. Like some audience don't like how the art goes, and then once the art goes a certain way, you just lost an audience because
so what
you
you're
fuck
saying,
up.
so what you're saying is that Sky is justified in his feelings.
Of course, everyone that has a because again, I always tell you, Nas,
Oh, because you're
any
coming from
show
Sky, so
any sh-
I'm just
any
making sure.
show any show that is being watched is up to the eyes of the beholder because it's how you call it select is like a creative selective of what you watch. Like for example, some people may like the Joker too. Some people enjoy Joker too. Some people enjoyed Echo. Some people didn't enjoy Echo. Some people enjoyed the Marvels, and some people didn't. You know,
I have no intention of watching that movie.
I'm just saying. Like
Okay,
the only show the from the Marvels, the only thing I didn't like from the Marvels is that dance animation. That dance animation for like quick 10, 10, 20 minutes, they could have not add that in. I don't know why they need to add that in, but they wanted to add that in. Today is not the day to rant about the Marvels. Today, let's talk about the next topic. Maybe this will have you guys less riled up. We got Captain America, Brave New World. Captain America, Brave New World brings a different take, a new beginning, a new thought process, as
Oh,
well.
you mean Black in America, black exploitation? We haven't forgotten about black people, but we won't give you reparations. That one.
I guess if that's how you want to portray him, but you have
I'm
to.
saying I'm saying that because they're putting that movie out in February. Why specifically in February? That's what I'm making fun of. That in and of itself is racist that they're doing it in February. That's the point I'm making.
Yeah,
Why they
you
wait until February to put out a story like that?
I,
because
I'm, mo- I'm more interested in the Red Hulk
okay.
than I am in Captain America.
Word.
I don't know what you guys think the
It's
same.
too late for Red Hulk, but we'll see how they do it. It's way too late for a story like this. It works best when you have the people that the story is supposed to be about, or the main person who's supposed to be at the epicenter of that story, which is Hulk. But no, he's Smart Hulk. No, you can't. Why are you gonna wait until this when we already see that he was being chased by military from the jump? Why they wait until when he's retired to pop out the Red Hulk? Why they wait until we have son for what? Why you wait until an actor that's supposed to be playing the character died, then to get replaced before you give Red Hulk? Really?
Especially with a 90-year-old actor. Like, what? How's that gonna work? He's 90.
Yeah, man. Did you see did you see the first did you see the first Captain Marvel? Did you see the Captain Marvel movie when it came out?
Yeah.
This y'all saw it, right? Remember how Nick Fury was fighting? When they tried. Y'all remember that, right?
Y'all going in today.
When they
I
tried to
picked a
de-age, they tried
good
to
topic.
de-age Nick Fury, and he was there. That's how it's going to be. Yo, shout out to the stunt doubles. Shout out
Yeah.
to the stunt doubles.
Shout out to the stunt doubles. Shout out for real. Without
Yo,
y'all,
stunt doubles almost never get their props, never get their just due props. Yo, shout out to them for making these actors look as good as they do.
for real.
Yeah, man. Or else you have hold up, cut. I had a slip disc. We won't be able to shoot for another 2 years. This one scene,
Word. That is true.
and it's gonna be like millions of dollars, and people are gonna be out of job, and there's gonna be another strike before the show the filming starts up again, all because of this one person who wants to go. I can do it, guys. I'm coming for you. You're gonna get it. You mess with old nanny. I'm gonna buckle your fanny. You get it because they're old. So shout out to the stunt doubles, man.
For real. Word.
Yeah.
Word. On that take. Sky, how you feeling about Captain America Brave New World? You here, Sky?
Sky playing pool. He's playing pool and he's having a funeral for his Venom, who they massacred. Let him have his funeral in peace. Let's all have a moment of silence for Sky and how they massacred his boy. Yeah, we're not gonna talk about Black Osborne right now. It's about
That's
Sky.
crazy.
Are you there? You see, Sky so sad he can't even talk. Who did that?
Me.
He's so funny.
That was perfect timing. Yo, Sky, you there or not?
Go ahead, OJ.
Do you guys think this new Captain America deserves being Captain America? You think he's earned it?
That's a good question, and the answer I have is that he has to prove himself. He did that in Captain America Winter Soldier in the TV series, right?
You're
He
talking about
was
Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
yes.
Wait, you're saying he proved himself then?
No, he didn't. He didn't.
Oh, you scared
listen,
me.
listen.
You scared me. I was gonna be like,
Nah, listen.
Yo.
Check it.
Yo, I get it. We have to watch Spike Lee and Madea movies because we're black, but still, yo.
but check.
Even if people say shit, we still gotta say it's good. But still, yo.
But check it though. He tried. He was going through the emotions of why Captain America chose him over anybody. He was going through those emotions. He was trying to figure out all those things at the same token where his family needs him at this time.
And he broke. Don't forget he broke.
Of course. He
ain't get no save the universe discount.
Nothing.
You feel me? They didn't do that.
Exactly.
They didn't cut no slack.
They didn't give him no slack whatsoever. That is true. But at the end of the day, without him doing what he did, none of them would have been alive today. At the end of the day, with the show that the way the show went, you know what I'm saying. So he still got some brownie points to do with the audience, and with the audience, like you know what I mean. There is people that is going for him. Like for example, if I go to AFC.com right now, it's gonna be booked, bro. It's gonna be booked because me and Sky was looking through this. Whenever he gets here, you know what I mean. We'll definitely hear his take and stuff like that.
Yeah, man, he's still having his funeral. Let him be. He
But
needs some. It's hard.
at the end of the day, Captain America: Brave New World is about an hour and 58 minutes, right?
Should
And
be longer.
they got some keychains. These keychains look dope. Might get it for me and Shody.
It should be longer.
And they got the popcorn. And they got the popcorn shield with the popcorn cup. You know I'm copping that shit. Shit dope right there.
It should be as long as Black History Month itself.
Let me see when this shit. Let me see. Let me see if there's any seats left. Let me see if any seats
Guys,
left.
you know what's not dope? The fact that this new Captain America that they got, right? They put a crutch on him from the beginning. Because when they finally gave this guy his show, what they do? They give him a wingman called Bucky. And like, is it because he's black? Because I don't remember Captain America really having that much of a wing. Like he's leaning on some other person. Like
Okay, I
like
have
he's
the answer for that one.
incompetent to be.
I have the answer for that one.
It was so rude.
I remember watching a video about this. I got the answer for this one. So, you ever wondered why Everett Ross popped up in Black Panther? In the first Black Panther movie and the second one? You ever wondered about that?
Yeah.
Do you know the reason why that was the case? Anyone know the reason why that was the case? Why they
Which show?
decided to go that route?
Which show you talking about? So
Black Panther. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
Black
link
Panther.
it back.
Which
I
one?
promise you.
Which one?
The first and second one. I'm gonna link it back. I promise.
Okay, I'm listening.
Apparently, when they were just coming up with the character of Black Panther and T'Challa, before they had to change his name for because there was a Black Panther party in New York or whatever. They did not have confidence in a black man led superhero story, so they tacked on Everett Ross to appease a wider audience, to say, hey, see, it has a white guy in it. You white, he white, you're gonna love it. They didn't have the full confidence that people were gonna love and support Black Panther just being about black people and black people only. So they had to have that white person in there for that. Now bringing it back to Captain America and Sam Wilson. It's weird for people to actually have a live action black man taking over for their white man. For some people, not everyone feels this way, but there's a certain demographic of people who do have that kind of thinking, and you want their money. The best way to get them to get their money is to have something or some sort of familiarity in there. Plus, also in terms of the story, it doesn't help. Well, not really doesn't help. It actually works in the favor of the studio of the producers and whatnot. That Bucky Barnes is and was the best friend of Steve Rogers. So to have him in there as to be the person who's supposed to be working alongside Sam Wilson, it kind of makes it so that you don't really think about it too much. Like, yo, why this white guy here? Because in canon, you know why this white guy here. But at the
Yeah.
same time, it is to make sure that people who don't care about black told stories can also have something to jive to, if that makes any sense.
That's
Yeah.
cool, but it kind of made him look like he was incompetent for the position of being a captain of
No, 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 no.
America.
He did that himself. He did that himself. I get what you're saying, but he did that himself. You know why I said that? I'm gonna tell you why I said that. You should do better, Senator. You should do better. That's why. a pathetic speech like you should do better. Do better at what? We still don't know what's the point of the flag smashers. We still don't know what their deal is, and what's so special about the time of the blip, after the blip. Why we should return to that? We don't know anything about them other than that. Hey, they like Carly and she speaks. And people listen to her, but her motives make no sense. Her actions make no sense. You're not allowed to call her terrorist. And that's what Sam is saying. Why should I listen to you, Sam? They're
That
literally terrorists. You're telling me they're not terrorists, Sam? Why should I listen to you? Why do you deserve to be Captain America? What have you done to prove to me that you deserve this?
yeah,
Captain, obviously, Captain America, the original Captain America, believed in you. But why should I? Yeah, other than you deserve, you should do better. Do better at what? Give me some suggestion. Just you should do better. What's that gonna solve? You know what that reminds me of? Hey, I'm noticing a pattern in WandaVision. Um, in WandaVision, you had the lady. No. Please follow me here. I promise it's gonna make sense. In WandaVision, you had Monica Rambeau, one of my favorite superheroes from Marvel. Say to Wanda, they have no idea what you sacrificed for them. Meanwhile, Wanda was literally out here torturing the fuck out of these people. And it's the line that they gave this black character is, they will never know what you sacrificed for them. Really? Is that the line that that black person should be saying then? This black person who in the comics is a no-nonsense person, you're gonna make her spit nonsense in live action? Bringing that back now to this new Captain America in Sam Wilson. The best line that they could have to give a black person to say who's supposed to be stepping into a role that where people look at him funny is to make him look funny. Am I making sense to anybody?
yes. What they so you I get that. Like, you know what I mean, they should, if they were gonna make him Captain America: Brave New World, they should just cut off the wings and make it army wings. You know how the army vets when they up in the
No. The
sky,
suit is
they
fire. The suit is fire.
oh, the
Don't hate
suit
the
is
suit.
fire. Oh, okay,
Don't.
okay, cool.
Who's talking about? I'm talking
No,
about his
I thought
character.
you said you hated the wings, so
No. I'm talking about what he said.
Okay.
I'm talking about the lines that he's given, because you were talking about writing earlier, right? You were talking about does the writing matter?
Yeah, it
Well,
does writing matter. Yes.
he's written to be pathetic in terms of his ideals. Captain America chose him to be the next Captain America after him, but so far, based on what he's saying, he's not living up to that. He fights like a damn good Captain America, but he doesn't speak like one. Is what I'm saying. He doesn't speak like this is someone that you should and want to rally behind. He doesn't make me feel like this is Captain America Optimus Prime and all that. He don't
Well,
give me
it
that.
shows it on a serious note. What your guys is conveying. It shows. I was as you guys were talking. I was showing it to YouTube at the same time where on the AMC, not many people are pre-ordering. You know what I mean? I looked at all over. Maybe I need to check where you stay at in New York.
Plus,
Where you
it does not help.
what city you at in New York?
I was in Queens Village. I'm out in Hempstead now because I moved recently.
All right, Queens. Let me look up Queens and see what's up with that.
But also, while we're talking about that, please note that we just saw him last show get one suit, and all of a sudden, in this based on
Queens,
trailer,
right?
we haven't seen the first episode yet, and he has like 3-4 suits or something. Like, what's going on? That's way too many suits, Captain America. We haven't even seen the first episode, or we haven't seen the first
Which
scene.
one? Which one you be at? Bayside or Harding Boulevard?
Hempstead.
He's in Hempstead now.
No, before when you was in Queens.
Queens Village.
He's in Queens.
Queens Village, like Hollis, that side.
You spelled it wrong.
I don't know if you guys remember, but this new Captain America got his butt kicked by Ant-Man.
Also, thank you very much for that. The same Ant-Man who defeated Kang. Somehow. The same
There's our
Ant-Man who
queen.
defeated Kang somehow. Before Kang got cancelled. Or should I say cancelled? Didn't. Never mind. That was funny to me. But yeah, thank you very much for that, OG. That doesn't bolster credibility. And sure, you could say, okay, sometimes people get overlooked or they're undervalued and whatnot. But Sam had his day in the sun. He had his chance
Is
in
it
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
is
And
it
what did
fresh?
he do
Is
with
it
it?
Fresh Metal 7?
I believe so.
They don't even got a ticket. They don't even got a ticket for that. Sorry, no show.
Wham.
Please check. I mean, you go to base Chariot 6. No. Wow.
Yeah, man.
Let's go to Lincoln Square 13.
So you see why they put it in, do it in February to get black viewership. Like, see, black people, we made this for you. You want some chicken and watermelon with that?
Oh, there we go.
Hey, too much.
Quit. No,
And you
there's
know what's
only a
funny?
few seats. There's only a few seats happening in your area. You go. You go to Chris. You go to Chris Bay 15. You ever heard of that?
I only go work and I go
Village
by my
7.
by my boys and I go home to my
You
wife.
go. No,
That's
I'm
it.
saying, what's the nearest one? Is it like Village 7?
Go here.
My point is I don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
He
Matt.
doesn't really go.
Thank you. I don't go out.
Okay. Let's go to Magic Johnson one. Let's see how that looking. There's only
There's
a
hardly
few.
anybody.
There's hardly anybody. Nobody's filling up these seats.
Yeah, man.
Nobody's filling up these seats, man. That's only
Because
February 17th. Not really.
sure, it's a myriad of it's a bunch of things that that come together to cause that. One of them, the MCU is dead as far as people are concerned. So why should they care? That's one. Who's this Captain America? He's not Steve Rogers. I can tell you that. So why am I gonna watch if it's not Steve Rogers? That's two. The second, he biffed it. He biffed. I'm using Back to the Future language now. He biffed it in at the end of Falcon and the Winter Soldier by saying you should do better. Don't call them terrorists. A speech like that doesn't make people want to see what more you got going on, unless it's to boo you. And if I'm gonna have to spend money to boo you, and this is not a boxing match, what are we doing?
So I guess the writing has to matter. The writing definitely has to matter because
And plus, it also doesn't help that we're getting Red Hulk now when we should have gotten Red Hulk a long time ago. So that's another reason why people don't care. You see all these little things how they come into play. Alrighty. Oh, they're playing Rick Astley. Of course they should.
Hey
Hey
guys,
guys,
isn't
isn't
it
it
Yes.
in
in this
this
movie,
movie,
the
the
new
new
one
one
that's
that's
coming
coming
out?
out?
Don't
Don't
they
they
kill
kill
the
the
black
black
guy
guy
that
that
was
was
supposed
supposed
to
to
be
be
like
like
the
the
original
original
Captain
Captain
America
America
before
before
Captain
Captain
America
America
became
became
Captain
Captain
America?
America?
They might.
The
The
black
They might.
black
version,
version?
They might.
according
According
to.
to
They
Oh,
might.
okay.
okay.
I don't know. I don't know for certain because I don't be keeping up with the news, but they might.
Oh,
Okay.
But see, even that again, that's
that's
another
That's
point. The first Captain America was a black man. They used him. He was, in other words, according to the comics, he's supposed to be Weapon Zero. The Weapon X program is kind of based off him too. That Weapon X is where the X-Men come in, and in a sense, Captain America was a part of that Weapon X program. There's a bunch of them that's a part of it, and on Weapon Zero would have been the Black Captain America. So there we go. There we go with that. We finally get to see him on the big screen, and they're gonna kill him, assuming that's what actually happens. So that's already gonna make people be like, "No, why they do that?" And you know what's funny? There's gonna be no outrage. No one's gonna care. Why? Because the MCU is dead. try as they might to try to revive and bring to life this device, it's not gonna actually matter to anybody.
It's still gonna make some money. It's gonna make
Oh yeah, we know that.
people are saying Deadline is saying that Captain America: Brave New World is gonna it's gonna definitely make $95 million. But I don't see that in the AMC. I don't know what they talk about, but I don't see that in the AMC. If I seen half of the seats are filled up, maybe it'll probably look better when it hits February. But right now, I'm not seeing any pre-orders. I'm not seeing anybody that's gonna be like, "Yo, let me watch this." Other than
Oh,
me.
so what you're saying is Kevin Feige needs to get on a promotional video on Twitter or something like that and say, "Dear black people,
Hell
please watch this
yeah!
movie. Dear
You
black
you
people,
seen
please watch
Venom?
this movie."
You
That
see
have
you seen Venom?
you see, Jesse
Venom,
agrees. Jesse agrees.
but look though,
Jesse agrees.
answer this question. If
Uh-huh.
Venom didn't rap with Busta Rhymes, would you have watched Venom?
Yes,
Nah, really.
because I don't watch it for his raps.
Nah, I'm saying like it gave you another umph to watch it.
No, it didn't.
So you telling me you like every part of the scenes that Venom 3 Last Dance gave you?
No, but I didn't watch it
Exactly,
because.
but
But
that's the
listen
point.
to me.
That's what I'm
See,
saying.
on a serious
That's
note,
what I'm
I
saying
did not
though.
watch
But it
it.
wasn't it
On a
funny?
serious
Wasn't
note,
it funny
you're
that he
saying
did that?
you're saying that
He did that
no, it
marketing.
wasn't to me.
It wasn't.
That I did not.
It didn't help boost at all.
It might have done so, but you're addressing me and me, Cleon Moses Charles Gale II. When I watched that movie, I did not go. I did not. I wasn't like, word here up with Busta Rhymes. I gotta see it now. I didn't do that.
Okay.
Besides, you know why I didn't? That didn't matter to me. That song what look at me now,
Yeah.
that Busta Rhymes verse, that's not Busta Rhymes' best verse by a mile. It's nowhere near his best verse. So whereas people were getting crazy for that, I wasn't feeling it. He has done better other places.
I get that.
He has
I
done
get
better
that.
other places. So if you're gonna try to use that to say, oh
But what
wow,
about
he
Deadpool
Venom
though?
did that, then what about Deadpool?
He did a whole bunch of marketing for Deadpool or
Yeah,
Wolverine.
but we're talking about using black people now to get on there.
No, that's
Did
not what I'm
Deadpool use
saying.
black people?
I'm talking about the marketing. The
Yeah,
marketing
yes, I'm talking
matters.
about marketing.
Okay, okay, okay.
What the most that Deadpool 3 did is the let him cook bit. That's the most he did. And you know where they did it? In
No,
the
they did
movie.
a whole bunch of marketing. There was
But they didn't do any
cluck
black
you
marketing.
marketing.
They did not do any black marketing. They did gay marketing. That's what they did. They did pansexual marketing. Come on, man. Don't play with me. You know who I am already.
Which marketing did you see? Because I see.
There was no nigger marketing in there. That's what I'm saying. And what they're depending on, what they're depending on, um, for the Brave New World is nigger marketing, or else they wouldn't put it in February in Black History Month. They would have put it somewhere else. That's my point. So what the statement that I made just now was, it looks like Kevin Feige is gonna have to get on some promotional thing and say, "Dear black people, please go to this in February, whatever, whatever, whatever." And you agreed to it. I said that, and you said yes. That's what he's gonna have to do. That was my point.
Don't you think it's needed?
The fact that you have to do that is saying that you're sorry. That's my
But that's
point.
what. But
You're
that's
sorry.
what the like
You're a sorry ass
to get a person eat some candy that you think that you have to give them a bite, right? You have to be able to let them taste it, right? So
Also, so what you're saying is gonna be like, yo, check out this
but
motherfucking film movie
so
right
you
here,
telling me
boy.
so you telling me any show that will catch your attention, marketing doesn't matter.
To some degree, yes.
It
Marketing
doesn't.
matters.
So it doesn't matter. Marketing doesn't matter.
Marketing does matter.
So that's the point. That's
For
the
it.
point that I'm making.
And the point I'm making is, why go that route? Why is that the
How
marketing ploy
else
that
to
you are
grab your
using?
attention? How else to grab
How
shit?
else? It's
How else to?
Marvel. That's how.
No, that's everybody. So you telling me that if you didn't? So you telling me if you didn't see the marketing of Across the Spider Verse, you wouldn't gravitate to it to watch
I would
and
still
wanting
watch
more?
it because I'd watch it because the first movie was so good. What you mean? I'd watch it because the first movie was
Come
so good.
on.
I would be looped in there again.
Come on, just
I
like the
barely watch. I barely watch
just like the
marketing
marketing with your friend neighborhood Spider Man, and you looked at it, and then you was like, "Yo, I hate this art."
because all I needed to see was that one thing. Because I don't really be keeping up with that shit as often as y'all think. It's something because my timeline like oh word. So that's what they're doing. They're doing nigga goblin. Cool. I guess that's what they're into. And then I keep
But
it pushing. It's weird.
if you didn't see the marketing or the trailer about it, it needs to grab somebody's attention. It didn't grab yours, but most likely it
No,
did
no.
for somebody
It grabbed my
else.
attention. It grabbed my attention enough to notice that they're doing a nigga goblin. They clearly grabbed my attention, did they not? Or
But
someone
they
mistaken for me
grab
to
you.
think about
No,
that.
the whole point of these people that does movie and television, they bring out a trailer. They bring out a sort of je ne sais quoi to grab your attention to watch it. I mean, they're not gonna market it and put it in the trailer if the audience doesn't like it. The audience doesn't like it, it's gonna get kicked, and everybody's gonna get fired, just like video games. If if Sony or Xbox push out a game and the audience doesn't like it, it gets fired. Studios gets closed. Straight lace. No waiting 30 days, none of that. Well, if the market proves so that the audience of the gaming industry does not like a set of video, they kick it to the can. Or they rant about it and say, "Yo, why this DEI shit? Why this woke shit on this game for? What's the point of this shit?" Like
My
they
point
talk,
is they didn't need to go that route in order to do marketing.
that's what marketing is. Well, how else you gonna get a move? How else
Okay,
you gonna get this for people's audience?
okay, I
Tell me,
got you. I
are you
got
a
you right now.
marketing? Are you a marketer?
Um, I got you right now.
Are
You
you a
ready?
marketer? Are you a marketer?
No. Hear me out.
I'm
Hear me
I'm
out. You
I'm
asked how, so I'm gonna tell you how. You pan back to Steve Rogers. You show some flashback to Steve Rogers giving over the shield to Sam, and show that he's dealing with that. And now he's saying, yo, you know what? I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this for you, Steve. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna show them that I deserve this. I deserve to be here. Not, hey, Black History Month. Yay! I get the what left from white people. You show that hey, this is something that he earns, he deserves, and the best way to do that is to not put it in the Black Exploitation Month. That's all
mm,
I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
I get that.
Besides, um, Anthony Mackie himself, um, in a promotional bit that he was doing while he was asked to speak on some stuff, he said, if you could, he finds it funny that when it comes to regular MCU stuff that they're doing, they have the directors, they have the writers and whatever that they need, and all of a sudden, when it comes on to a movie that's going to come out in Black History Month that involves black people, they all of a sudden know where the black directors are, they know where the black screenwriters are and whatnot. And he's saying, why they not using those people all year round? Why they only use them now? That's my point. Why you only using these people and these talents now? Why you only trying to put this movie out at this time? Why couldn't you put it out in hot blockbuster June or July? Why you have to put it out in
That's
February?
DC. DC took that.
It doesn't matter.
You can't because DC has Spider Man and I believe
You want to say that again? You want to say that
Fantastic
again?
Four.
You want to say that again?
I think
No.
Fantastic Four
Listen,
comes
no,
out
listen,
this year
listen,
too. How's that
listen to
gonna
what you just
happen?
said. Listen to what you just said. Do you want
And
to say it
then
again?
Devil Brave New World comes out in March, and then Thunderbolts comes out in May. Like How? So you want him to push it back even further?
You heard what you just said before, though, right?
What?
About how DC has Spider-Man and Fantastic
No,
Four.
DC. I said DC has Superman coming out. DC has Superman coming out, and at the same token, it has Fantastic Four comes out in the same time frame. So how's that gonna fit?
Didn't Black
What?
Panther and Aquaman come out in the same time frame? Didn't BVS and Civil War come out around the same time frame?
But
Didn't Wonder Woman
they
and
didn't
Captain
have
Marvel
all.
come out around the same time frame? So what we doing here?
No, they had it spaced out.
But by how
It
much?
didn't come out about maybe a month or two from that. Like it wasn't like how Marvel is having a back to back where DC is not really technically back to back unless you're really following like what's important. Like you know what I'm saying? So not many people are watching Harley Quinn. Harley Quinn on his season 5 right now. Are you watching it? No, you're not. You know, so that's what I'm getting at. Like, you know, not many people are technically watching that. Like, you know what I mean? So, OG, you got any words to say about Captain America: Brave New World? Does he has a chance? Is this show is gonna make 95 million? You know, what's going on in your mindset?
So I don't know. I think a lot of people are disappointed in this new Captain America, and it should have been Bucky, and I think so too.
Mm.
Uh, but I think there is, I know personally for me, there is more of a draw to more of a villain, the Red Hulk, than Captain America. I feel like gonna draw more of the audience to see the movie is the villain, not so much the hero.
I feel you on that. I feel you on that note. You know, that is possible. That is true. You know, that is definitely true right there.
Cause it does for me. Um, I'm more interested in the Red Hulk than I am Captain America. But that's just me.
Word. I appreciate that. I appreciate that that what you see and stuff like that. You want to see how the show is gonna go and how the direction is gonna be. That is a true fact right there. Not me. So there's a lot of things going on that serious note. Yeah, we know Captain America: Brave New World is coming up. It's coming up. We definitely gonna see how that's gonna turn out. How we gonna see about it and stuff like that. So I just wanted to, you know, let you guys know what's coming up back to back to back. Because
Hey, I do hope this movie is a success. Don't get me wrong. I do hope it's a
yes,
success. But I'm just saying, hey, these things are some things that look very iffy and fishy about it. That's all I'm saying.
that makes sense. That totally makes sense. You know, that's what you know, others has that perception. It's not just you, me, Sky,
And this is something
OG.
that Anthony Mackie himself said. That's why I quoted him. I paraphrased him, not quoted him. I paraphrased what he said.
Okay.
And he's the one playing Sam Wilson. He's the one playing Captain America. And those were his words. That's what he said about how it's funny how all of a sudden when they want to do a black movie in the MCU or black anything in the MCU, it's during Black History Month, and they all of a sudden know where all the black creatives are. but during the rest of the year they don't, or they barely use them, or they just not existent.
Mm, I get that. I get that. You know what I mean? That's little hints there and hints there. You know, but on that, then after that, on March, we got Daredevil. We got Daredevil Born Again. You know, I definitely want to shout out to Fan Expo that had in San Diego uh, 2 weeks ago, and they had a panel, and you have Daredevil speaking and stuff like that. You hear him talking about what's coming and stuff like that. So I just wanted to, share that, guys, with you for a quick 16. This is my first time watching with you guys, so let's watch it.
Wait, before you start, did he say anything about the copyright infringement?
Daredevil.
Yeah, yeah. Did anyone there say anything about the copyright infringement
That's why I'm.
that I brought up to you before?
Nah, I'm not getting no copyright infringement.
That means you've long forgotten the context in which I said that. That's cool. It's cool. You forgot the context. It's all good. We move.
Nah, about what?
The suit, about the Daredevil suit, about the costume, about how all of a sudden after Netflix made the Daredevil character as loved as he is, they're gonna bring him over into the MCU and just shit all over that original design and just give a watered down version of it and commit copyright infringement in a lawyer show in She-Hulk.
That's what you think? You think that's what's gonna go down?
No. That's what I said. They did, and no one is acknowledging it. So that's so I'm
Hmm.
bringing it back now to say, hey, you remember how hard you remember how that show Daredevil was and why you loved it, and now they're bringing him into the MCU, and well, the costume out of nowhere, it's not even like they use a different design. It's the same design, same outline, but just they change the colors. They splash some yellow on it, and that's supposed to be like, oh, in a lawyer show, a lawyer is gonna be okay with copyright infringement. That's Melvin's design. How dare you let some two timing son of a gun from LA or wherever they were, wherever She-Hulk is based, come and just splash on this thing and call it his original design. No, it's not your original design. You liar. How dare you?
That's why you have
Yeah.
it. That's crazy. I ain't
Yeah,
even.
and I was trying to bring that
That's a
up to
key
y'all, and
fact.
you're like, no. You're like, no, none of that's going on. But I'm thinking, but that's literally what they were doing. That's copyright infringement in a lawyer show.
That,
That shows how much they don't know about law.
that's a key fact right there, man. That's key fact right there. You hear
They
it
could have at
here
least done
first
something
time.
different. They could have at least done something different, like completely different, like a different outline, different design altogether, and then put your colors on. But you don't get to put your colors on someone else's design and then call it yours. That's disrespectful. Netflix did that, not Disney. Why Disney taking credit for Netflix's work? For Netflix's very hard work.
Yeah, that is a fact. If that is a fact, then why, Jack? That's a fact. Then why, Jack? You know that is what's gonna go down. But I want to hear his expo. Maybe we'll get a little information, a little something. Let me hear this real quick and let our audience hear this so we can be able to hear other thoughts and other ideas that what they talking about.
Sets. I came very close to being cast as Captain America.
I've got this video of Wilson crawling around in the Daredevil costume.
Please welcome to the stage, it's Wilson, Bethel, and Charlie Cox. Thank you for being here at San Francisco. Have you been to the city many times before?
I grew up partly here. I went to high school just across the bridge in Marin.
Yeah.
Marin County! Where you at? So yeah, I've spent a lot of time up here.
What about you, Charlie? Have you spent a lot of time here?
One of my first trips to America, actually, I came
Oh,
here, and
Baba.
you know
Go
how
to
you get your
bed.
phone now, like gives you memories.
Mm-hmm.
It
Go to
popped up like a
bed.
couple of days ago, actually, and there's this picture of me.
Go to
There's a
bed,
picture of me in
Matthew.
San
Go to
Francisco, and I
bed.
have hair down to here, and it's like, and I looked, I was like, I forgot I
There's no
grew up in the
monsters
70s.
Do you miss the long hair? Do you ever look back in that time and go, God, could I do it again?
I think I've overaged it.
Yeah.
You know?
You don't want to be
it's a
that
young
guy.
man's game, or a much older man's game. Maybe in my 60s I can do it.
Let's get straight into it and talk about Born Again. Whoa. Oh. Now, I'm not going to ask too many questions about Born Again because I know you won't be able to say too much, but how excited are you to just release this into the world now?
Like, have you ever been on like an 8-hour road trip and for whatever reason you can't stop to go pee the entire time, and the whole time you know that toilet is on the other end.
Yes.
And you get out of the car and you're almost. Anyway, that's about where I'm at.
I love. Can you top that, Charlie?
The excitement is dribbling down my leg. Let me put it that way.
So you're dribbling, and are you constipated?
I mean, it's bonkers, isn't it? Because it's been so many years since we released any Daredevil content. I'm really excited about it. And by the time when we release it March 4th, by then we'll already be shooting season 2. So yeah. It's just a gift that keeps on giving, really. It's amazing.
Do you feel differently about that character when you keep going back to it and playing him again and again?
Come on.
Well, when you play a character, I mean, I've been playing him over 10 years. He gets older, which is disconcerting. No one warned me about that. What's weird about it is in 2018, when the show was cancelled, I suddenly was like, I had like a breaking up period, like a mourning period, you know. I was like, oh wow, because we thought we were going to do a season 4, and then that didn't happen, and it kind of overnight we got a phone call that was like, we're done, it's finished. It felt like a breakup, a little bit, you know, in a kind of a weird way. And then, like all breakups, obviously we got back together. But now I'm aware that there will presumably come a time where it really does stop happening, and it's going to be. The longer it goes on, the harder it will be to let go of, you know.
Yeah.
But I was when we were at New York Comic Con, I was chatting to a couple of the Daredevil writers, Daredevil team, comic team, and they're getting ready to release a Daredevil series, a comic that takes place where Matt Murdock is in his 60s. So I was like, oh, okay, great, great. So we got some time.
If you're on a show for over a period of time, you and the character are aging together, sort of in real time. And if the show is well written and the writers are sort of responding to that reality transpiring, then in theory the character is evolving with you in a way, whether or not the show is on air. The show doesn't pick up the day after we last saw them. It picks up 5 years later.
You've mentioned the getting older aspect, and this is it's very physical. These are physical roles. It's hard. Like, you can't train as hard, or it's different. But for you guys, it's part of your job. How do you...
Well, I think what fans should really come to look forward to in Born Again is much slower fight sequences. And they'll be riveting in their own ways. There's like talking in between each punch. And
Daredevil has a gun.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of like conflict mediation that happens. Sure you don't want to just talk this out?
Did you find it hard going back into that and going, right, here we go again?
Yeah, and initially I didn't prepare prepare for it well enough, and I significantly injured my shoulder to the point where I had to have surgery on it. I've put so much more emphasis on mobility now than I ever did before.
Yeah.
And I won't train in the gym without doing probably a 20 or 30 minute stretch, you know, and just concentrate way more on form over like repetitions, you know. And that has been amazing for my body.
Are there any hobbies or talents that you took away from your time filming?
I've always brought games to sets. Wilson and I have got a really funny video of it as well. we played this game where, you know, we put a bucket at the, you know, where that TV is, and we both had a deck of cards, and we were trying to flick cards into the bucket, and whoever got the least in had to pick them up. And so it was in season 3. I've got this video of Wilson crawling around in the Daredevil costume, picking up these cards.
But like, the irony being that Bullseye couldn't sink a single card in the bucket. When we were doing Daredevil, I learned how to throw cards. So the stunt team. Yeah, well, it might have been after that we played that game that I realized I really had to brush up.
Obsessively
practicing. Exactly. That was the wake-up call for me. And so when Bullseye comes onto the scene, obviously all these stunt guys who maybe previously did not have any experience hucking things around for no good reason, suddenly all trained themselves, because they're all incredibly physically adept people, to become like master card throwers. And these guys got so good that with like, you know, maybe a few weeks training, they could throw a playing card through a refrigerator box like 30 feet away. It was like crazy. And I never got to be able to do that. But I watched it happen.
And do you have a favorite action movie, Wilson?
I mean, probably Terminator 2. I mean, I just think that's probably one of the greatest movies of all time. Yeah, it was a great movie.
It's not bad.
Actually, it's really good. Oh, same.
But you know, just to piggyback on that,
Yeah.
like I would argue that like a movie, one of my favorite movies, The Matrix. One of the reasons that movie, which is obviously a very high in action, one of the reasons that movie works is because the chemistry between Keanu and Carrie-Anne Moss is extraordinary. You know,
but it was sorely lacking in Arnold.
In Daredevil season 3, what was your favorite scene to shoot?
Mine was the fight scene in the Bulletin. I still go back and watch that scene because I think that is truly one of the coolest fight scenes. In the Marvel world. Biased, but
what about you?
The prison fight for me was personally a big deal because it was, you know, like I was able to do so much of it. We did 3 complete takes and then a lot of full starts, like 7 or 8 where something went wrong halfway through. But it is a true one-er, you know, it's one take, and so it was such a cool feeling when we got it, and everyone was like cheering and running through the corridors, and then we went and watched it back to make sure it worked, and it was cool.
The legacy of Daredevil is rooted in you get knocked down, you get back up, right? When in your career have you been knocked down but you got back up?
The first 5, 6, 7 years of my career were you know, incredibly fortunate and very busy. And then I did Stardust, which at the time was a really big budget, you know, Paramount film, but it didn't perform particularly well in the box office, despite being kind of well reviewed. But after that, I couldn't get hired. I couldn't get a job. I couldn't find the right job, and there was months and months and months. And I had to. I was like trying to get work in LA. And I had to leave because I ran out of cash. Like I needed to be able to go home just so I could get a waitering job again, which was weird, you know, having been on billboards and stuff. And
what?
Yeah. And so like I had to kind of go back and start again. And then my agent called me and they said, look, there is a very small part on a TV show. I really worked hard on this character and the accent and stuff. And they liked the character. And then they wrote me in 5 episodes, and then they wrote me in 8 episodes, and then I did 20 episodes of that show. Yeah. And it was predominantly a couple of scenes from that show that got me Daredevil.
The hardest hit I took was I came very close to being cast as Captain America, and and this was when I was in my like mid-20s, and you know went through multiple rounds of screen testing, and you know.
How'd the suit feel?
The suit felt incredible, yeah, and yeah.
You put it on?
Oh yeah.
Do you have pictures?
Yeah. And there was all these things that were happening that made me feel like I was I was getting the part. And then I remember just like my agent calling me one day and they're like, no, actually they offered it to Chris Evans or whatever. But then in hindsight, I thought, who wants to be rich and famous? So I was working on a soap opera during the day and waiting tables at night, and then a career slowly built from there, as opposed to, you know, becoming a giant, massive, legendary, international success overnight.
You would have been good as well.
Thank you.
You would have been
Thank
a
you.
good one.
The career that I've had has also felt, in some ways, much better suited to who I am. I am incredibly grateful for, in some ways, not having gotten that role.
Which specific scene or moment from all the episodes that you filmed resonates with you the most?
The moment in season 3 where, you know, sort of fresh off a psychotic binge, Dex starts vacuuming his apartment feels like a complete distillation of my spirit. Where the only way to make sense of a chaotic world is to start cleaning.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, when I get stressed, I'm just like vacuuming, I'm dusting, I'm cleaning. Everything.
Yes, let's do it. So we'll fucking matching Swiffer it, my man.
Thank you.
There's a scene in The Defenders, I've no idea, it's towards the end, it's like episode 7 or something. I realized that Danny Rand's been taken and Stick's dead and all of these things, and because of the nature of that show and because of all the characters in it, you know, we were all, what Marco Ramirez did that was amazing when he wrote that show, but was really challenging was how do you service all of these characters, all of whom have got all this history, who've all had their own standalone shows, put them all together and tell a story. I learned in that moment about acting something that I don't think I'd really appreciated is how much you can convey without a single word, with just a small look in a moment. You can do much more than you think you can.
If you had to pick a character from DC Comics, which one would you think you'd want to play?
I wouldn't want to take it on based on the actors who have in the past because they're so brilliant. But you know, I always think like the Joker would be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
you know, if you could find a way to do something to, you know, I mean, Heath Ledger for me like just nailed that part, obviously. But that would be if you could find a new take on it in some way, that would be cool.
I think a Ninja Turtle.
Now I gotta ask, which one?
I mean, probably Michelangelo. I mean, he's a party dude, so yeah, I think I'm with Michelangelo.
Something we always talk about is those long take fight sequences that run for a long time with very few or no cuts, and I was wondering, what's it like filming those?
Another one is like the episode 2 season 1 and episode 5 season 3, which is a true one where, you know, we really did have to just rehearse it and rehearse it and rehearse it until we got it right, and film it and film it and film it until we got it right, you know. And we did, it was earlier on, that was one of the first takes that day where we did the scene in the prison. Like the second take was really good, and there was this weird moment afterwards where we were like, oh, I think we did it. And we went back and watched it, and it was really good, but it wasn't perfect. And we were like, well, what do we do now? Because we could spend 2 days trying to get this right again. But the consensus was we should try and get it better. And we did.
Before you got your roles as Daredevil and Bullseye, did you ever look at the character and said, I want to play that character?
I didn't even know about him. I'd never heard of him. When you said Daredevil, I thought you were like talking about a noun, like a mountaineer or a rock climber or like someone who jumps through fiery hoops on a motorcycle, you know. That's what I thought Daredevil was.
Same answer, yeah. Didn't know Bullseye was a thing.
I was wondering what your favorite memory was during the production of Daredevil.
On the last day of filming of the season we just completed, Frank Miller came to set. Yeah. That's cool. So, and I was filming with John Bernthal, and so there's me in the Daredevil costume, John in the Punisher costume, and we're chatting with Frank Miller on set.
I didn't know that. That's pretty
That was pretty cool, yeah.
Oh.
Any takeaways, Charlie, from playing a blind superhero?
One of the wonderful things that's come from this job is my association with the visually impaired community. You know, I feel very humbled when I hear from people who have visual impairment or any disability, actually, tell me that this show and this character has been important to them and help them overcome some of the adversity in their life because of their respective disabilities, etc. So that's something that we always took very, very seriously. And it's obviously it's of immense importance that we got that right, and I hope we have. I believe we have. Yeah, it's really, really cool, you know. And actually, only a couple of weeks ago, I was visiting a visually impaired community school in New York, and it's very moving. It's very touching to meet with these kids who care so deeply about the character because they have that extra connection towards it.
Guys, please give on up for Charlie and Wilson!
And there you have it. They give you some key. And there you have it. They give you some key thoughts about how they did and what they did and how the acting should be, and they gave a little bit of review. And you know there was some people in the audience asking questions about why should we like you and why shouldn't we and stuff like that. That's in Born Again. You know, that's what Daredevil Born Again will happen. It's gonna happen in March, and we will see about it. We will see about it. We're gonna talk about it. You feel me? That's what time it is out here, bro. You never know. You never know, and you have a lot of people in that corner.
I do hope it's good. I do hope it's good. I do not like so far. I don't like Bullseye's costume. It's horrendous. It's a bootleg vigilante from the Arrowverse. I don't like it at all. What's going on there? No idea. I like that they warned me that it's gonna be a lot of slow. The fighting is gonna be slower, kind of like John Wick 4. I like that they warned me. They said it's gonna be a lot more talking in between. So what that means to me is that I just need to speed up the thing so I can get it over with.
Mm.
I like. Thanks for the heads up, Charlie Cox. I appreciate that. Give me the heads up so I know to make it like 1.25, 1.5, whatever I need to do. And if I want the fight scenes to have the same oomph to it as it did in the first season, then I just need to put it to 1.75. There you go. I got it
Yeah,
figured out.
yeah, word. That's
I
how
got
it's
it figured
built.
out. Because I don't know if you know this, but if you don't like seeing your heroes who they're supposed to be badass, you don't like seeing them move slow and wimpy. You're looking at them like anybody can take them out. It's no longer believable that this person is as badass as people make them out to be anymore. So in order to keep that illusion in your head still, speed it up.
That makes sense.
Speed it up. That's what I did with John Wick 4. Ain't no
But
way I was gonna be watching John Wick slow, especially when they're fighting. Like I know Keanu Reeves is like what 60 years old or something like that, so I know not to expect certain things from him. But you saw the first John Wick movie, right? You saw how that was. He was whooping ass, and you don't want him to not be able to do that anymore. So that's the cheat code. Speed it up. You're like, oh, that hit like it definitely hurt at that speed. But if you sing it at regular speed, eh, it would be like watching Echo. No, thank you.
mm. What do you think, OG? What do you think about this, Scott?
Skies in morning.
The
So I I can't tell where they're heading this. I don't think I like the yellow suit.
One more time.
Okay. I don't like the yellow suit,
Oh, we're best friends.
and I don't know where they're heading. Like what, like is this the same storyline? Is it a different storyline? Like where are they going? I can't tell.
It's weird that they did. It's weird that they did Born Again already, and then decide that they're gonna call this new version, this new season, Born Again. They have to give it a different name because you already did Born Again. You're gonna do Born Again and then Born Again, the Born Again. What's going on? So I get what you're saying, OG. You can't do Devil's Reign because not many people know who Daredevil is, so it's gonna be weird to do Devil's Reign. What
Yeah.
can you do? Not many people know the Daredevil character in the confines of the MCU, and they don't know about the Hand. So how would you be able to pull that off successfully?
Yeah, they do know about the Hand. The Hand was part of season 1. The whole
One more time. The rest of the MCU don't know who the Hand is so far.
Oh
The
yeah.
MCU don't know who the Hand is. That's what I said.
Oh yeah. You're right.
We know who they are, but the rest of the MCU don't. So it would be weird to do with the Devil's Reign storyline. You can do pieces of it because Wilson Fisk out here trying to become mayor, but sure, but you can't do anything else. Elektra is already dead. You can't do.
That makes total sense. And there you have it. You know, we're gonna see what's going on with
Yeah, man, it's weird. We have to
Daredevil
just trust
Born
the
Again.
vision.
You definitely gotta
We have
see.
to trust the vision.
Yeah, we just have to trust the vision, of course. We just gotta see the vision that they're gonna lie to. You know.
Yeah. So we have an idea. So no, we have an idea of some things that we're gonna have to do. We're gonna have to speed up. We're gonna have to speed up the fight scenes. Because people are getting old, and they want to talk between fights and whatnot. We gotta speed those up, and we gotta just hope that they do something different for Bullseye and his costume somewhere in it. And also, last but not least, we gotta make sure that the Punisher keeps his damn skull on his chest. We gotta make sure he keeps it on him. He can't be taking it off at all. He gotta keep it on. And he's got to be Punisher again. He's got to be Punisher again. It's weird seeing Wilson Fisk lose weight. It's weird seeing Wilson Fisk lose weight, but hey, get your goals in. If Amanda Waller can do it, so can you. If Tobias Whale can do it, so can you.
That makes sense.
But it's definitely weird, especially with how they fattened him up and bulked him up for Echo, just to slim him down. So are we supposed to believe that, hey, these things are not happening on the same planet or in the same timeline? It's like different universe story going on. So why did I need to watch Echo then if it's a different story, different universe?
Oh, that's another question. Until we see Born Again, then we could make those assumptions. Make the assumption and your theory more accurate. That's a good assumption.
They use Fisk and they use Daredevil to lure people into the disappointment that was Echo, only to have a Fisk that we're not very familiar with because his
they're gonna
family
have
is
some
different.
remnants. They're gonna have some remnants because it's gonna be talked about. It's gonna be talked about somewhere somehow. They may not talk about the Echo. They may not say he may not talk about her adopted daughter, if you want to say. And he may not even talk about her. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing. They may not even talk about it. If they do, then she's canon. If not, you ain't gonna hear a word of who she is or what she is or anything like that. The last time, because like they do have to show her in Born Again because because
They have to.
because Daredevil came into her show.
That don't mean nothing.
But
Daredevil, she needed Daredevil. Daredevil doesn't need her.
I'm just saying, like, if you want to keep the context incongruent, if you want to keep the dialogue incongruent, something has to pull. It's either the Kingpin talks about it a little bit and move on, or Daredevil talks about it and move on. It just all depends how the writing is gonna be, you know. So that's that's
It's just
Born
gonna make
Again.
everything more confusing. It's
Yeah,
gonna make everything all the more confusing.
it's gonna make it confusing. Then
Yeah, man.
I hope
You
I
don't see
hope your
how?
I hope your theory is right though. You know what I'm saying? I hope there's a balance to that. If there is no balance to that, I can I can agree to that theory until proven otherwise. Until proven
Hmm.
otherwise, we will definitely
So
talk about
until
it.
then, the MCU is dead.
No, the MCU is not dead yet. The MCU can't be dead just because of a few missed hits. That's
A
impossible.
few,
Yeah, a few.
a few.
Yeah, a few. I say a few. You know.
There's the
So,
glazing again.
so there you have it. I'm switching over to DC because DC has like two shows coming up. I don't know how Harley Quinn season five is is about to come. I don't know how they got 4 seasons and then a fifth season about to pop off. This is crazy within its own self, within its own right. But it's coming. Harley Quinn came out in January 16. So if y'all wanna watch some chicks fight, it's already on HBO Max. If you wanna definitely watch some chicks fight. The next one that we have is Batman Ninja versus Yakuza League. That's in March. So if y'all want to watch Batman Ninja style,
Oh, you mean Batman Ninja 2? Okay.
yeah, Batman Ninja versus Yakuza League. That's coming out in March, and we'll
I'm tired of Batman content. I'm so tired of Batman. Give me someone else. Give me some more Black Lightning. Give me some Static Shock. Give me some Hawk and Dove. Give me some Guy Gardner. Somebody else. Give me some John Stewart. We are overdue for a David Ramsey, John Stewart Green Lantern from the Arverse that we never got. Give us some of that. Don't give us more Batman, 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 Batman. I'm tired of Batman. You know what? I never agreed with Dick Grayson on this, but at this point, I get it. Dick Grayson from Titans. He said, "Fuck Batman." I get it now. Too much Batman. Too much Batman. I get it now. I understand it now. Give me some Supergirl. Give me some Wonder Woman. Give me some Hawk Girl. What's going on with the Thanagarians? Shout out to Stargirl. They did their thing. Give me some Jackie and Thunder.
yeah, Stargirl was Gucci though.
Stargirl was the
It was
shit. I love
oh,
Stargirl. I wish they never
that,
canceled that.
yeah
Give me some more Swamp Thing. I can't wait for Swamp Thing.
yeah that shit coming. That shit coming soon. That shit coming soon, bro. I'm on moviesweb.com. They already has a few select shows that's coming for 2025. They got they got Spider Superman comes out in July. Then they got Peacemaker come out in August. Season 2, right? Season 2. Yep,
Oh,
season 2.
Sandman. I can't wait for Sandman. My girl loves Sandman.
Sandman, yep. Sandman will be coming out for season 2. And then what else we got? Uh, another Batman. This is
You see, that's what I'm talking about. More Batman. Why are we getting so much Batman? Too much
they got
Batman.
Batman AZ
Suck a dick,
Tekka.
Batman.
They got so many different iterations of Batman this year. They got 2 different guys, and there's a black guy playing Batman. That's crazy.
So that's the best they can do for Batman. Like you see, we run out of things to do with Batman. We know what, they're like, you know what? Let's throw a black Batman in there now, just because.
That's crazy though.
I believe his name is Jace or something like that.
What? A young
Yeah,
Aztec boy whose
yeah, Jace
father
Fox or
is
something like that.
murdered by a Spanish conquistador led by Herman Cortez, a real historical character. So this is based on a Aztec warrior.
Well, it says fridge here. So I was looking in the fridge.
But yeah, that's what's going on with DC for this year. There's not that many takes for DC.
So what you're saying is there isn't really much to compete for DC. So what you're saying is what's the name again? Brave New World can be in the summer. Is that what you're saying?
In the summer? No.
Yeah, man.
How? It's not gonna compete against Superman. You can't.
Okay, put it in Pride Month. There we go.
There's no more DEI.
Exactly. So put it in Pride Month. Exactly. Put it in Pride Month. let's get something to distract from that. Why it gotta be in Black History Month?
Because March is taken. March is at Batman Ninja.
Okay, so what about June? Is June taken?
June, I believe so with Marvel.
By what?
By what?
Yeah, what's coming up for June?
Give me 1 second. I'll let you know right now.
Yes, please.
What's coming up in June? Ironheart.
Okay, a TV show, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so TV show and a movie, they're not competing. They're not in the same not in the same class. So try again. So what we have so far is
Fantastic Four
it's doable.
Fantastic Four comes out in July.
So there we go. Good shit after good shit, back to back. There we go.
Yeah. And then Eyes of Wakanda is in August. The same time Peacemaker comes out.
All right. So what you're saying is it's doable.
How is it doable? You want them to put Captain America around the same time they have Ironheart coming out?
It wouldn't compete, is what I'm saying. A TV show doesn't. Well, a movie is not going to compete with a TV show. The TV show would compete with the movie. We'd have to compete with the movie. But at the same time, they're in different demographic. One, you have to stay home and watch. One, you're expected to go to the movies to watch. So yeah.
Okay. Well, they didn't choose that. They didn't choose that fact. They just
but don't say that it's impossible. Don't say it don't make any sense. Just say they didn't think of that for reasons.
Yeah, for reasons. Yep, that makes sense.
But don't say, "Oh, that don't make any sense at all." Why would I come up with a thought like that?
I have to question it, right? I had to question your theory, right?
Yeah, sure, but when I put it out there, you slam me down like get that out of here. You're like dang Matt Smith all of a sudden.
Of
I haven't watched
course.
that dude in years.
But definitely, there you have it. There you have it. That was all of my reviews and my sources that I had to do for this podcast this week. This week was mostly about keeping it up to like 3 months in advance of what's being talked about and stuff like that. Because this is what's going on at this moment. You have Harley Quinn this month, Spider-Man, Spider-Man, and on Wednesday. Then after that, you have Captain America, February, Daredevil in March, alongside with Batman on March. Then after that, we're gonna be waiting in April. April is not gonna you're not gonna see nothing in April because like you're gonna be watching Daredevil until Thunderbolts, and Thunderbolts is in May. You know you're gonna be probably pretty good and okay. You know, so that's what's going down. You know, that's what's going down for that. It is what it is. Like you can't you can't knock it. You know, you can't definitely knock it. Where DC, I guess I know what Nas be saying. Like, is enough Batman. You don't need to have more iterations of Batman or any other story timeline of Batman.
Time they're
You
focusing
can't
on Batman, they could be doing other
give me
stuff.
something else. Give me something else. Give me something good to eat. I don't know why they canceled the Batgirl movie. The Batgirl movie would have probably been awesome, but they
Hmm.
canceled that shit. I don't know why. They they
I
could
forget
have
how many options do you
they
got for
could have.
DC.
What
Not that
happened,
many
son?
options.
Sky
So it's not gonna
speaks.
be that many
Sky
options,
speaks.
man. I mean, what can you get right now that'll make make you excited for everything else? You know what I mean? Like besides Batman, Superman. I mean, come out with like Green Lantern or Aquaman, but then what they're gonna do another Wonder Woman? It's not a
Yeah,
lot, bro.
No,
I
but
mean, they just tried,
the
bro.
thing is,
DC tried.
but Sky, who's at the helm? Who does DC have at the helm now? They got James Gunn. What is James Gunn known for? Taking chances. So let him get his ass up and take some chance on some obscure character.
Facts.
We already seen him take a chance on Guardians of the Galaxy. No one knew who those niggas were, and he made people know them. He took a chance on Peacemaker. No one cared about this dude. He was some we don't give
So
a shit about you
DC stuff.
character.
What
I
should he
know
take a
people
chance on?
and people
The
know
new
people know
Batman,
who
new
Peacemaker is.
Superman.
He
Like
run it
I
back
mean,
with Creature Commandos.
unless you bring out
Um,
like a superhero that people don't know, like you just bring out like Vision or somebody, not Vision, with the Unkhead, what's his name? Um, uh, not Doctor Strange. What is his name?
what did
Damn,
they
I
do?
forgot his name. With the gold head, you put on the helmet.
Oh,
I forgot his
Doctor
name.
Fate. Doctor
Yeah,
Fate.
Doctor Fate. Yeah, Doctor Fate. I mean, they could do a Doctor Fate, but they already
They
put that.
tried, but they tried, but they failed.
Yeah, it's like or Etrigan. Know what I
Etrigan,
mean?
Etrigan with the demon would be so nice.
But
Yo,
he's
I
dope though
love
as
you right
Batman.
now.
Like I like him as
I'll
Batman.
give you the biggest dap and hug right now, my guy. Yo, the
I like him
Etrigan the
as Batman.
demon, dope
He was
character.
dope. He was dope,
Etrigan the
man.
demon,
Word up. I'll
dope
take that.
character.
I'll
Word,
take that. I'll take
word.
that.
Thank you. I forgot about that character. James Gunn
Yo,
should take a chance on
the
something like
Batman, he
that.
was one of the best characters. Like, I mean, he was fighting with Batman and shit. Shit was dope.
Gone the form of man. Rise the demon
And all he did was
Etrigan.
wrong. All he did
Mm.
was wrong. That's all he did. Like, that's
You
uh,
fine.
know, I
But
just said that. I just say all he does is rhyme. You know, it'd be funny if we have Etrigan the demon go up against Jarvis Tech as to see who got the best bars.
mm.
it's DC, bro. DC got to be like they got to be a little bit more unique with their characters. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna bring out a superhero movie, I mean it look like the next thing is gonna be Green Lantern. So I mean, let's see how Green Lantern is. Maybe
What
Green
you
Lantern
mean?
will be
Yo,
okay.
DC couldn't be any more unique, my guy. Do you know you
I
have a
mean,
super?
yeah,
Yo,
but like as
Sky,
far as the
do you know you
superhero
have a?
movies, like
Do you know you
I
have a
mean, we
superhero
ain't got a lot
team
of options. So.
called the Sex Men?
Unless they do Hawk Girl and I forgot Falcon, I think that's the name. They do him and Hawk Girl, like that's not gonna be that exciting. I don't know. I
Sky,
mean, that's why I think they're going to villains, like they're going to Joker and Penguin and all that stuff. They're going to villains now. They don't even they like their superhero shit. Not even
Sky.
it's kind of challenging.
Do you know that DC is so obscure? They have a superhero group called the Sex Men.
Nah,
Did you know that?
nah.
They have a superhero team called the Sex Men, who's supposed to be a parody of the X Men who copied the
I
Doom
mean that's
Patrol.
obvious. Yeah, that's obvious. That's obvious.
It's
I
called
don't know.
yeah. Did you know
It's
that?
just like I mean, but the stuff that Marvel's bringing out, like I heard y'all say something about Fantastic Four. I'm still trying to
You
figure
know
out
there's a
what that's gonna
superhero
be like.
in DC called Danny the Street.
I'm not really a Daredevil fan. You know, like Daredevil's okay, but I don't know, man. I would never like. I don't know how I feel about Daredevil, bro. I'm sorry. I'm just not even. I'm not gonna say bad things or good things. I just don't know how I feel about Daredevil.
I know why you feel that way. It's because of She-Hulk.
Like I just don't know how I feel about
It's
that.
because
Really.
of She-Hulk. That's why you feel that way.
I mean,
Damn.
yeah, I mean, she Hulk being in it, like, and then they had the Hulk in it, and I was like, and then it was the like, you know, what I mean, it was the more like brainy Hulk, like the smarter, like it was Bruce Banner type shit controlling his brain. And, like
Exactly.
him being in the beginning of the show was just like, I could tell you're not going to be back in the show. Like you were just in the beginning, just to make people watch it. It's
Damn.
just, I don't know, man. It was a little shaky too, bro. No, I mean, it was a little bit more action than how the Daredevil shit was, and I think she was in that. She was in like an episode and shit, and they was fighting and shit. What the fuck? I'm not. I don't know, bro. Just like I don't know how I feel about like fucking Ghost Rider. You feel me? Like, I mean, I don't really have like a liking, but I don't have a dislike. You know what I mean? Like, it's like a natural, like a neutral thing. Like,
Okay, you don't know how you feel about Ghost Rider? I got you. Watch Agents of Shield. You're welcome.
I mean, yeah. I mean, like I said, like I mean, Ghost Rider's not like a bad superhero. It's just like I can either go with or without him. Like, it don't really matter to me.
That's true. Because they haven't really done much with him in live action to make you give a shit.
I seen all the people that become Ghost Rider and shit like that. And I mean, Spider Man becomes Ghost Rider. That shit was dope. Like, it's just
Wait.
like
Spider Man
I
became
don't
Ghost
get it.
Rider?
Yeah, they have a Spider Man Ghost Rider. I forgot what.
No.
Yeah, it's a Spider Man Ghost Rider, bro. He has a Spider Man suit on, but his head is on flames.
I know Punisher became Ghost Rider, but what, Spider
And
Man?
the Punisher became Ghost Rider. Somebody else became Ghost Rider too. There's a couple of people that became a Ghost Rider. I mean, one motherfucker had a fucking horse. One nigga had a car. I think they had that in the movie. They showed that in the
Yes.
movie. I think it was a trailer of it.
Robbie Reyes is the
And,
one with the car. Johnny Blaze is the one with the
yeah,
bike. And then the guy before him
seeing
is the one with the
like the
horse.
fucking nigga done beat the devil and all
And
that
then
shit. Like
and
nigga
then
done did everything.
the first
You feel me?
rider had an
Daredevil
elephant.
is, I know about Daredevil, bro. Daredevil's feats is crazy, bro. Like he done did it all, but it's just like I don't have like a dislike for him. Like, I mean, he's good. He's a good superhero. Like, it just, I mean, I don't know, man. I just never had a it's like neutral for me. Like, it's like a mutual
Oh, Ghost Spider.
feeling. Yeah, Ghost Rider and the other one that we were just talking about, Daredevil. Uh, I got a mutual, like, you know what I mean, for
You
him
got a
too.
mutual
Like, it's not
relationship.
bad or good. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, I can
Yeah.
either go with or without this. Like,
Oh, you got a mutual relationship. That's what you're saying.
it's like a mutual liking.
Okay.
That's what we're gonna call it, a mutual liking to certain things. You know what I mean, Daredevil's not bad too, but he just like remind me of Batman, but he's just blind, but he can still see. And he fights
Mm.
Kingpin. Spider Man's not there. Like you feel me? Like, but you know, I mean, I don't expect it to not be bad. I mean, just because I don't like the superhero, but you know,
And
most people
Daredevil's
love
radar
Daredevil.
sense supposed to be stronger and way more powerful than Spider-Man's Spidey sense.
The Spider Man shit looked like it was alright. It was good. I mean, I like the illustration as far as it goes. You could tell it's some Disney shit. Like just the way how it is, the comedy of it a little bit. You could tell it's gonna be like like I said, it looks like it's like a little bit for
Sky,
kids.
it's okay. It's a safe space. Tell them it's okay to share how you feel. You don't like how they massacred your boy. Well, we
Because
know. Let it
I'm a
out.
big animated Spider-Man fan. Like I like Spider-Verse. I seen you had Miles Morales up there. Look like it had a new movie or something up there. I mean, but I don't know. I just want to see how it is, just because like it looks like it's more like a comedy. I mean, maybe it'll make you laugh a little bit. I mean, I done seen all the cartoons. I still watch Spider-Man right now. Like, so
Yeah,
I mean,
the way that Sky feels about his character who they massacred is the same way that I felt about Black Bolt when I was watching Multiverse of Madness in theater. The same way that, because I love Blackagar Boltagon. It's such a funny name, Blackagar Boltagon. That's one of my favorite Marvel characters ever. If he's not the top, that's my guy. Plus, he's a king, and he speaks, and shit happens just by speaking. That to me is dope. And he communicates telekinetically. I can't even speak properly. He has to speak with his mind because he can't talk with his mouth. Granted, they changed it to now sign language, which is boring in comparison to telepathy. But it is what it is. But yeah, when I saw them, they popped his head. But when he said what mouth, when Wanda said what mouth, and then he blew his head up, I was like, no, I wanted to scream, so bad. But I realized that I was the only one in the theater that even cared about Black Bolt, so I just shut up and just take my shame. So now I get how Sky feels about that character. How they massacred his boy. I
That
get it.
that's crazy. That's
We need
crazy.
justice.
On that serious note, OG, what is your last thoughts before we close out? OG, how you feeling? How you feeling so far about DC's cadence and Marvel's cadence thus far for 2025?
I think it's a mixed bag. I think some of it good and some of it not. I think it's a mixed bag.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Last thoughts, Nas?
I guess we just have to wait and see what they come up with. I'm not too excited about stuff at the moment. I really am not.
Okay.
There's not really much there to make me go ooh. I'm just waiting to see what they do and how they do it. I just want content to enjoy, which is why I've been recommending to you guys the stuff that I've been recommending to you. Watch those in the meantime. Let those occupy your time. See the endless possibilities that exist, where they don't have to be going through red tapes and reshoots and whatnot. Just watch someone's vision come to life in your head as you listen to the story being played before you.
Definitely. Definitely. Scott, any final thoughts?
Yes, Scott. Yes, Scott wants a moment of silence.
Just want to see how everything is. I want to see how, see what people liked it, what people, I'm a biased person, so I'd rather see what other people's opinions are. So I can't wait to see those. I usually do a rating, but I ain't gonna do a rating. I ain't gonna do a rating for these because it ain't no point. It'll be just overkill.
Too early for ratings.
Because
Too early for ratings.
Those three
Damn,
things
you
I was.
already ready for ratings already?
You know how I am, bro. You know how I am, bro. I already got my Spider-Man, bro. Like, I don't even want to say it. You know how I am. Like, it look like it's gonna be good, but give it a 7.
That's crazy.
Just because of the art. Just because of the art, I give that a 7. Daredevil could be a hit and miss, but if they don't make it good, is the other series, I just don't miss.
That makes total sense. I concur to that. I concur to that. But on my last take, on my last understanding when it comes to this is that we're gonna see how these shows gonna hit. We're gonna definitely see how these shows gonna hit. That will hopefully uh put it in a cadence where Marvel can either succeed or fail. Because right now DC has a chance to come back and to come back
Winning now.
tenfold. Because yes, last year Marvel had a mixture of shows and films, and some of the films wasn't up to par. And then DC took over for a little bit with the Penguin show. Everybody loved the Penguin show. You know what I'm saying? Everybody adored about the Penguin show. So we're just gonna have to see. Just like with Creature Commandos, I seen the Creature Commandos, and that shit was funny. That shit was crazy. That shit was like never expected that. But I read the assignment along the way. The way you know, uh, the story was conveyed. I followed along the way. It's just when it comes to what's coming up now, I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried because you guys are telling me that this is what the audience might not like, might not endure, but is selected to the eyes of the beholder. You know, with Batman, with Brave New World, Captain America, Brave New World. The same thing. You're not getting no seats on them. Or you're not getting them butts in them seats. You can do all this type of marketing all you want to, but hopefully you read the picture, you read the room, and you watch every creator on YouTube that is telling you certain certain dialogues is not working. Right, Nas? Certain dialogues are not working. Maybe you got a couple of days. If you want to do some reshoots, change it up a bit, do what you gotta do to make that happen. Because as you can see, just that one dialogue, Nas is not liking it. Nas is hating on it. Now I mean just on that dialogue. Second, y'all gotta figure out how to hit this well, because some people is like, why on Black History Month? On top of that, like you can't pick the better time to just have this movie. It's weird. Some people might look at it that way. I'm just giving out the context, giving out the argument. This is what we do. This is what Collide is. It's always in collision time. You don't know when collision is struck. You don't know, you know? So I'm just saying, like, DC has a chance to pick this up and try to take the winning trophy. Because it's like Marvel against DC. And who's going to triumph it? We'll see. We'll definitely see. Because right now, I'm in between. I hope that these shows is gonna hit to the best of their ability. I hope the writing matches the audience, because we can't say I hope the writing matches with the art, because the art on some of these shows that's coming up is not match. It might not even match with the writing style. So you all hear it on YouTube. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so you can hear more takes that my co-producer has and my panelist has. You can welcome to join along as well on Clubhouse. Um, you can definitely subscribe for more on YouTube and Facebook. That's where I post my shows and post everything there. So until then, Collide out.